moment, isn't he?
Sound check.
G'day and welcome back to another vocal analysis here at Voice Essentials. My name is Dr. Dan and today we are reviewing a singer who may well be rather new to many of you. He certainly was new to me, and I want to say thank you to the commenter on one of my videos who suggested I have a listen to this young fellow. Marlon Williams is his name. He's a New Zealander. Hello to all of my Kiwi friends across the ditch. He's a New Zealander artist, and but here we see him performing on a UK show, a BBC Two show called Later, and he's performing a song that was originally written and performed by I think that she's a Canadian-born singer, Feist. I would be a terrible radio announcer or newsreader who would have to read everyone's names. There's a reason I'm not a newsreader. Feist? Maybe it's Feist. It's Feist. Anyway, we're not listening to her sing the song. And in fact, Marlon's rendition of this piece is a complete reworking. And I can't help but hear some kind of almost Elvis influences. I don't know what his musical influences are, but it's a really beautiful tone. It's fully live, self-accompanied, and it's just a lovely voice. It's very different to the usual commercial sound that we hear. And when I heard him, I thought, yeah, let's review this voice. Let's have a listen to something that is out of the norm. And I love that about this performance. Let's jump in. I think you're really going to enjoy this sound and enjoy it for the difference. It may not be your normal cup of tea, but I still think you'll enjoy what he presents to us and the manner in which he does so. This is Marlon Williams singing When I Was a Young Girl.
When I was a young girl, I used to seek pleasure. When I was a young girl.
It's a really great example of a mix quality, quite low. We often think of the voice as being this completely compartmentalized thing, and it's not. It's all at the discretion of the artist as to what weight is given to the musculature at any given point. And I love the choices that Marlon's making here about having what is a relatively low melodic line. It's not bass, but it's certainly, down in that baritone range. But he's coloured it so that it's rather light, and so we get that mixed quality in the sound.
I used to drink ale straight out of the ale house down to the jailhouse.
Notice how he's everything's about the lyric, just those little nuance, moments of just that little bit of glottal stroking at the commencement of certain words, just highlights them, just gives them feature. Love it.
Down to the jailhouse, straight from the bottom down to my doom. Don't send for the preacher to come and pray over me. Don't send for...
It was interesting. Have a listen to that little intake of air, and we hear a little bit of a flutter in the airway, and then it might just be a little bit of he might just have a little bit of, you know, built up mucosal sort of phlegmy stuff there. Have a listen to that again. I might have heard it wrong the first time. Let's have a listen.
Pray over me. Don't send for...
Yeah, there it was. Could you hear that? Just that little intake.
Don't send for the doctor. He won't bind my wounds. My poor heart is aching.
Interesting shape of vowel. He really modified that to give himself the facility of applying volume to E, and it really the vowel allows him to increase the dynamic because we get a cleaner tone, and so we get a resonance that has a bit more intensity to it, and he uses the vowel to do that. Have a listen.
He won't bind my wounds. My poor heart is aching. Sad heart is breaking. My body's salvating, and I know I must die.
Pretty song. He's so in the moment, isn't he? Like he really is. He kind of just, I don't know, just enjoyed the note and sat in it longer than was absolutely necessary musically, but really it just causes, it almost creates a reset in the commencement of the next stanza.
When I was younger, I used to seek pleasure.
Just watching his neck with the, there's a fair bit of vibrato that he's using. And it's interesting. You can see some movement of the neck during the vibrato, and it could be suggestive of him allowing pressure, like a subglottal pressure, to inform the vibrato. At this level of singing, where the voice is relatively quiet, it's not a big belt tune, it's all almost got that sort of folky, really low level feel to it. That is not in any way, shape or form dangerous at all. If that were to be how you created your vibrato when your voice is really under load, that could be really taxing on the voice. But in this particular instance, not so much.
I ecstasy, pleasure. When I was younger, I used to drink it.
Little bit of glottal fry there. Just, you could hear the voice load up. He may well have made the artistic choice to put that in there. Equally, it could have simply been the voice just grading on the onset, giving us that little bit of glottal stroke because of a little bit of increased subglottal pressure.
To drink it.
A little bit of a
straight of the love.
I think that just confirmed my thoughts around the subglottal pressure for the vibrato, because you can see the jaw grip up quite a bit to support the hyoid and the extrinsic musculature to hold, and we still get a nice even vibrato, but you can hear the loading in it. Have a listen.
Straight.
See the jaw grip up?
Of the love down to the jailhouse.
Nice.
Straight from the bar.
Nice line.
To my...
I'll tell you what I liked about that line is the way most of the lines that he has, those extended phrases, he's maintained an open vowel. Can you hear how he closes off here onto the M, and so he actually changes the offset, and it's just variety, and it's really quite, at a performance level, it's really clever just to add an unexpected turn. Closes off.
To my do.
Beautiful intensity to the performance. Ooh. Let's have a listen to that again. Listen to how he really drops down to that lower note. I love it when performers are true to their artistic selves, and that's a great example of, he's obviously a younger fellow, and this performance is from a number of years ago. This is obviously him. This is what he loves doing. This is the type of material he loves singing. And, it's not commercially, it's never going to sell massively, and what I'm getting at is it's not Taylor Swift, right? It's not candy pop. It's really got a nuance to it artistically, and it's so important for those of us who are learning to sing. Take a leaf out of Marlon's book. It's be true to yourself. Identify what is it that you love singing, how do you like to communicate vocally, and follow that path, because that's where you will discover some really exciting vocal expressions for yourself, and your audience will thank you. And again, thank you to the person who recommended we we have a review of Marlon because it was cool. And it was super cool to hear a New Zealand singer, a New Zealander. For those of you who don't know your geography, New Zealand is just east. When I say just, probably, I don't know, a couple of thousand kilometres east of where I live. East, south, anyway, it's down that way. It's great to listen to people, singers, artists from down that way. I hope you enjoyed listening to Marlon. Leave the video a thumbs up and subscribe. We do these analyses videos every week, and I'm very much looking forward to doing more with you as we go along. And I look forward to seeing you in the next vocal analysis video. My name is Dr. Dan. Sing well.